Okay, I need to test some sound levels if you guys want to say something loud enough. Apparently not for OBS. Let me go crank this up again. That's what we ran into the other time. Is like I had to, for whatever reason, its audio levels were like half of what they usually are. So all right, try that again.
I'm saying something loud enough.
There we go. That's a little better.
Yay!
Testing 1, 2, check.
Anything
Something loud enough.
There we go. I think we're good there. Now the question is...
There is an echo on Twitch.
Oh, can you hear it right now? That's weird.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Vanessa.
And we've got Jim Pinto as our special guest DM tonight. He's going to run his very own game for us. A little bit about yourself and the game, Jim.
I don't know what to say about me. I'm here. I was asked to do this.
Yay.
I've been shanghaied. I'm being held against my will. If you can hear this, please send help. We're going to be playing a game system that I made called Protocol. This is an advanced version of it called Protocol Squared. It's very similar than the original, but it adds the caveat of using dice in addition to the card deck. The core idea of Protocol is that we're framing scenes, and we're all taking turns framing scenes at like a director in a movie, and we're determining who's in the scene, what it's going to be about. We get cues from the cards and from the die rolling as to what we'll be doing in the course of the story. In this particular protocol, and the system can be used for a lot of different dramatic storylines, we are Slavic adventurers trapped inside a mansion that we can't get out of. There's a big wall of text here that I've sent to all the players, and I don't know when I should read that, so I think I'm done talking now.
You can read it now if you'd like, if we want to just jump in, because a lot of the setup is choosing story background stuff anyway, so
yeah,
we can just jump in.
I didn't know how much banter there was before we started playing, so.
I don't know. Does anybody want to banter?
Banter.
No.
Sounds good.
I'm offended by your banter, Jason.
I'm not surprised.
So I'm just going to read it right off the screen. House of Keys is a story role-playing game about confusion and misdirection set inside an enigmatic mansion riddled with cryptic messages. The game tells the story of fantasy adventurers unable to escape a trap laid centuries ago by unseen forces. Characters are adventurers at the end of a quest, unable to escape a house of apparitions, dead ends, eerie sounds, locked rooms, puzzles, and shifting corridors. How will they escape when all hope seems lost? House of Keys draws upon the lore of the Iron Medusa game series, which is my Slavic-inspired world. Set in the Slavic-inspired fantasy world of Dukrisa, which means ghost world. Each game explores a unique part of the setting. In this particular instance, an abandoned mansion draws the characters into a trap they may never escape from, as magical forces and spirits pin the characters into an ever-shrinking metaphorical noose. Dukrisa is a complex world filled with magic, spirits, titans, and a host of villains. For now, players need to understand a few things about the world in order to play. The rest can be devised as they go. The world lacks a centralized government and is split between the old pagan ways and the new incoming faith, simply known as the church. The new faith is failing, however, as the spirit forces and the Iron Medusa herself exert their power against the church. For further details, you could turn to page 108, but you don't have the book. Every corner of Japrisa has spirits. Dozens of different spirit types inhabit everything. A person's home has at least 6 different guardian spirits, not including forest, lake, pond, or river spirit that might be nearby. These spirits must be honored and respected. If so, they bring nothing but good to the people of Japrisa. But when they are disrespected or ignored, bad things happen. In House of Keys, the majority of spirits have been neglected for a long time. The characters won't know this, but the players should be aware before starting the game. So this is actually all based on real Slavic lore, by the way. You have a spirit that lives inside of your oven that is very different from the one that sweeps your floor. So that's how specific Slavs got before the Christian mercenaries arrived.
Oh. I'd have to look into Slavic lore.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did a ton of research for the game, and I'm still building another game using the setting. So there's 5 questions we need to answer before we can even start picking roles or anything. That's what makes this different than a regular protocol. You want me to just ask them, and you guys take turn answering them, or do you want me to post them on the screen?
Maybe we should do a little bit more banter. Maybe you can talk about more about the protocol series, or maybe the Iron Medusa series, because they're still working on the Echo. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to talk a little bit more about your series.
Did any of that get recorded? Am I gonna have to do that again?
Oh, it is recording. Yeah, it's fine. This will all still be good for the voice only release, but for now, until Ken can figure out the audio problem, let's just talk a little bit about Iron Medusa.
So the idea in Iron Medusa is that I don't know if you know there's sort of a caveat in D&D that your adventurers out for glory and gold and whatnot. That's the generally given conceit of the game. But when you're playing in other adventure games, they might be questing games or whatever. There's different. There's different. What's the word I'm looking for? There's different zeitgeists that hold together the setting and what it is that's the conflict at heart of the world. In this, we're all poverty-stricken, and the only thing left for us to do is to adventure. It's dangerous and stupid, but we don't really have a choice. The assumption in this game is we're all from the same village and we all know each other, and we're all going out to find something so we can come back home and feed our families. And that gives and Jessica played the other version of this, the one that was much simpler.
I did.
That created a lot more tension for us, that we all knew each other and we were all coming from a place where surviving this and getting home with money for our families was a much bigger stake than just, I need a better +1 sword.
Right. And it really makes the drama of what's going down a lot more intense too.
Right.
And so, yes, I have played Protocol and Praxis before. I don't know if I've played any of the Protocol Squared games. Vanessa, have you played any GM-less games or anything from
I played one that you ran actually at one of the Tsunami-Con game days for the Clockwork Girl.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that one
was
was fun.
very cute. That one's a Protocol.
Yes.
And Jason, have you played any?
I have not.
Are you excited?
You never played a GM-less game at all?
Does Fate count?
No.
Then yes.
Yes, you've never played a GM-less game.
Oh wait, hold on. The other one.
Fiasco.
Fiasco.
Fiasco is GM-less, yes.
I have played Fiasco,
Okay.
but
This
it does
is-
not feel GM-less.
This is not Fiasco.
Yeah. Fiasco is sort of it's an irresponsible game where really your whole goal is to ruin it. And this is sort of a game where everybody's taking responsibility for making sure the story goes off.
Okay, so we are not trying to make this thing blow up.
Right. We want to tell a good story. We're working
It's going to blow
together.
up on its own at the end anyway.
That's true.
So forcing that and making it untenable will just ruin the ending for us.
Yeah, these games never go well. Fans
I'm not sure
of,
I like the phrasing there. These games never go well. I don't even know why we're playing them.
Fans, no, I love them. Fans of the podcast will, of course, remember us ranting for a year and a half about Black Monk. That's also in the Praxis Protocol Jim Pinto lineup. They're all Praxis games. So, all right. Looks like the sound is better. So let's go ahead and now we can ask the questions.
All righty. So the first question, what we should do, I guess, is just go around the table and everybody gets to answer one.
Yeah, that's usually what I do.
Okay. So these are what are called seed questions. These are different than the world building questions we're going to answer later. So Jessica, I'll ask you first. What is the name of the warlord that the characters serve who has sent us on this mission? Alternatively, if we do not serve a warlord, why have we ventured here?
Let's definitely serve a warlord. His name is stop it. Stop. His name doesn't start with a D because it starts with his name is Barton.
Okay. Vanessa, where do we come from? What's the name of the village that we're home to? And if you don't have any, there's a list here you can choose from.
Ooh, let's see here. Does it have to be a real village? Because I don't know any Slavic villages.
No, not at all. This is fantasy setting, so you can make it up.
Okay. Drasky.
Okay. Jason, do the PCs hail from a cold climate or a wet, boggy place that is difficult to defend? Something else? Where is the next closest village? What level of poverty exists at home?
Okay, that was like 8 questions.
Yeah, it sort of is, but I just want you to generally describe the area we live in.
Okay. We live in a hard to access mountainous area.
Okay.
It's not like at the top of a peak. It's almost like you have to go through the mountains and then you're in a little valley stuck in the middle, surrounded by mountains on every side. So some parts of the year we don't even get sun because there's nothing but the shadow of the peak.
Right.
And
I like it.
What other details were you needing?
That's about it. We just need a general idea.
Okay.
Some of this may come up later in the game, but we just need to know who we are, where we're coming from, so we have a general sense of what home is like. And then my question to me is, since most people are superstitious but not religious, what power does the church have over the people of your community? And I think that there's probably a legate that's been assigned to our hub of villages that are up in the mountains. And he's an itinerant legate, so he goes around and maybe visits for a week at a time. And he's a pain in the ass and is constantly mooching food and just makes our lives more difficult when he's around. But everybody's afraid to do anything about it because they don't know how powerful the church is and if they'll bring somebody down on us if we did anything to him.
Seems legit.
All right. Should we name him?
If you like to.
Okay, I'm going to name him Obscena. I'm writing it on the screen.
Oh yeah, I guess I could have been taking notes on the chat. That's fine. Everything's
What was the name of the
fine.
village?
Drasky.
Drasky?
Yeah.
And the Barton is the warlord?
Yeah.
All right. There are, now we get to pick our roles. There's usually 13, and in this one, there's 15. So I don't know how we want to determine. Do you guys just want to pick a number since you can't see the screen?
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good. I pick number 8.
Jessica, you're number 8. You're the child of Draco.
12.
I'm typing your information on the screen, Jess.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'll get you your number 12 in a second.
Okay.
Okay. Number 12 is the pariah. I'm guessing you can figure out how bad that's going to be for you.
Oh, that'll be great.
And there's your pariah text right there.
Okay.
So those first two paragraphs are for you, Jess, and Vanessa. The second two are for you.
Okay.
Jason?
And I'll go with 5.
5 is the Karodej, which is a warlock. The typing here is a little annoying because it doesn't accept my first return for some reason. There we go. And could someone pick a number for me, please?
3.
Sure, that sounds good.
I am the Bitcar, the Sentinel.
How many drama points do we start out with?
Just 1 each, but we start with 2 survival points each. This game uses survival points, which are essentially hit points.
So I have a power that says I can start the game by spending 1 drama point to gain a survival point, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Choice made.
The thing about survival points is that they are permanent. You might want to do it simply because you can always heal back up to your total survival points, and you can always gain drama points later.
Okay, then I'll do it.
Okay, so how many drama points and survival points?
1 drama point, 2 survival points. And you get +2 survival points because of you're the pariah. And I get +3 because I'm the sentinel. And I should probably find some paper for myself.
It says I get 2 additional drama points. Was that supposed to be drama? Or
Yes, you do. You get 2 additional drama and then 2 additional survival.
Oh, okay, cool. I feel special.
But you can never appear in an ensemble with us. So you get a drama point when you're kept out of them.
Okay, fair enough.
Mhm. Where are the names?
Oh my.
Hi, Becky. Oh, hi, Amma. Look, everybody's here.
Hey.
I have a whole list of names here that you guys can choose from if you want to. You can just give me a letter. I can give you a name or whatever you guys want to do. Or you can just make something up. I don't care.
K. Give me a name with a K.
Katarina.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll take an R name.
Rorik. Rorric.
Rorik?
Something with P, the letter P.
P. Pavika. That's a
I
good
like
one.
it.
And I'm going to go with Evgeny.
Oh my goodness, Amma, why are you up at 4?
That is so very early.
I was up at 4 today.
Why?
It was loud.
Oh, yeah.
There was a storm going through, and it said, "You will be awake for this." And I said, "Okay."
Okay. Yeah. I was half up with a headache because of the storm.
I forgot to turn my alarm clock off for working late shift today, so my alarm clock went off at 5, and then Thunder decided I was staying up. It was fun.
Aw.
It happens. Could be worse. My dog was scared anyway, so it worked.
Oh,
poor
don't forget
Merlin.
to change your names on Zoom, you
Hmm.
guys.
Yes.
I don't even know how to do that, but I will figure it out.
If you hover over your little square, the top right, you have the 3 dots menu, and in that menu, you can change a name.
I'm going to assume that's how to spell it.
And unless you want to inadvertently be that later, remember to turn off the little box that says, remember this name for future meetings.
Yeah.
All right. So this particular protocol adds another layer of character creation called backgrounds. So it tells us who we are in the village we come from before it gives us our motivations and relationships. So I'm going to just draw poker cards over here, and I'm just going to call them out for you guys. Make it go as
Okey-dokey.
fast as possible.
We
Jessica.
need to read our things for the audience.
Maybe. Yeah. I keep forgetting that they can't. Yeah, go ahead.
So I am the Karodej. The Karodej uses language and lore to unbury magical power and bend others to his will. He utilizes contracts with spirits and exploits people's superstitions to fuel his power from an ancient source. Once per game, the Warlock may direct one additional scene out of turn. If he chooses, this can change the order of play, but not the total number of scenes each player directs, plus 1 survival points, sometimes a Vojak. A rank and file thug. The Sentinel serves as a ward.
That's me.
No, that's not you.
Aha. Mine stops at survival points.
Yeah.
Survival points. Stop.
All right. Sometimes referred to as the Child of the Crow, the Child of Draco is a catch-all phrase for children blessed with powers that benefit the community. A Child of Draco reveals powers early and often, and because these powers are for good, there's no cause to hide his strengths. Once per game, when harm would befall the Child of Draco, ignore the effects, including losing drama points or survival points. At the beginning of play, the Child of Draco may spend 1 drama point to gain 1 survival point, which I did.
Yes.
And then shackled and chained, the pariah is a village scapegoat for all manner of problems. Villagers gather to abuse the pariah in an attempt to drive demons from his body. Because of their usefulness in drawing out danger, pariahs are a vital part of any adventuring party. The pariah begins play with 2 additional drama points. Each time the pariah would appear in an ensemble, he gains 1 drama point instead, plus 2 survival points.
And I am the Bitcar, which is a Sentinel. I'm a rank and file thug. The Sentinel serves a warlord who in turn may serve someone else. He is trained in tactics, but not much else. I just get plus 3 survival points. I'm really straightforward. More than likely, I have the closest relationship to Barton.
Yeah, it seems like you're probably in charge.
Yeah. Not that that matters in role-playing games, but yes.
I am probably the farthest person from Barton.
That is true. That's true. Barton doesn't even know your name.
Exactly.
She can go. She can go with the team. I'm assuming everybody's playing their gender, or
Sure, that'll make it simple.
Seems reasonable for this
all right. So Jessica, your background is that you were born under auspicious circumstances, which we already actually knew. And you're either a foreigner or you're a non-human.
Ooh.
So
And
does that
foreigner
mean
would simply mean you come from a different region of the Decresa.
does it mean I can be some sort of fae? Like,
If you wanted to be,
what is non-human?
well, the world has goblins and orcs and everything else. It
Oh.
just doesn't treat them like fodder, like D&D does.
I see. I want to be fae.
Okay, then you're Fae. Vanessa, you are a firstborn or only child, and you were born in winter.
Seems appropriate for a village scapegoat pariah.
Right. Jason, you were born to a large family, and you're a farmer. Your family is farmers. Whether or not you are is. I actually am also a farmer, but I have a loved one waiting for me at home.
Must be nice.
It is. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. And I lord it over you guys every chance I get.
Of course you do.
Okay, now we do motivations. So Jess, again, you are impulsively motivated by fear. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
You'll when we're
Okay.
done going around the table, please explain that to us.
Okay.
Vanessa, you are impulsively motivated by love.
Interesting.
That is
Oh.
very interesting.
For listeners who haven't played these systems, what Jim is doing right now is drawing cards from a deck of cards. And in the manual, you have lists of like adjectives and reasons to match with the suit and the number of the card. Go ahead.
All right. Jason, you're impulsive. Oh, I'm sorry. You are defiantly motivated by retribution. That's going to need some explanation too. All three of those need some explanation. And
Yeah.
I am defiantly motivated by greed. I think that's pretty straightforward. I have the
Okay.
easiest character here.
Yeah, so far.
I think. Okay, I'm gonna have to think on my impulse some. Chat, if you have any ideas, just let me know. But I'm afraid because a more powerful Fae chased me from the Fae Wilds, and I don't want them to come and get me. Let me think about the impulse, like what I do.
Do you
because
look
of
human
that.
to us?
I look weird. I
Okay.
look like a weird human. So my skin is too pale and my eyes are sunken in.
Sure.
I don't make eye contact. I think I'm fidgety. Like you don't really see me standing or sitting still. And even if I were, I kind of seem like I always seem to be kind of phasey, like she should be sitting still right now, but I don't know, something about her extremities are still moving, And then you guys can do yours and I'll think about the impulsivity that I suffer.
Jason, you look like you're ready to talk. Go for it.
My father wanted me to be a farmer. Ugh. Land, dirt, plants, bugs, God help all. I have an affinity for magic, so what does he do? He throws me out of the house. It's now, I must prove that through magic and lore and all of these wonderful powers, I will be able to achieve a much higher station than he'll ever even dream of. That's my life.
I like it. That's awesome. So mine, what I was able to come up with is actually pretty simple. Motivated by love is the village pariah. I just want to feel a hug.
Oh.
A hug.
You're out to find a best friend.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so I think I want her to be she's not very jumpy, like she's very meticulous in the way that she moves, and almost seems like she's counting her every step, but if she does get startled, almost as like a reflex, a strange magic flows up around her that looks like a black shroud of crows. I like that.
All right. Crows are
She inks like a squid.
they're a recurring motif in Slavic lore.
I like
I
it.
believe it's in Hungary, where there's a crow that sits atop this pike on top of the tree of the world and watches all of humanity. It's the
Wow.
basis for my Murder of Crows game, Kingdom of
I like
Crows.
that game.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I like
cool.
it too. Okay, so now we do relationships, and to make this easy, everybody has a relationship to the person they're left. So I'll just call you out and tell you what your relationship
There is no left. None of us are
in
on
my
the same.
head. There is a left.
Okay.
So Jessica and Vanessa, your
Okay.
relationship is friends or rivals, but codependent.
Okay,
I think we've established that you don't have a friend.
pretty much.
So I feel like we have to be codependent rivals.
Which is hilarious, and I love it. We should totally do that.
So like even though I do good for the village, I'm still kind of an outcast. Clearly, people don't like really like to be around me. So maybe like sometimes people move away from me and toward you, or vice versa.
Pretty
So,
sure
like-
no one moves towards me unless they're blaming me for something.
Unless they're moving away from her, it's kind of like the magnetic field.
Right?
I like it. I can dig it.
Okay.
So Vanessa, your relationship with Jason is romantic and monetary. That is strange.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, there's the obvious implication there. I don't know how comfortable anybody is with that.
Just one night. It's
Makes me
just
wonder
one
who's
night.
paying who at that point.
Oh.
Ah.
I mean, if you guys go that way, you can let us know.
Well, I use contracts to exploit people's superstitions, and as a pariah, you would want to feel loved and such. So I'm fueling my power by being your boyfriend.
Okay with that. That works.
You're a horrible person, Jason. Horrible.
That's messed
But
up.
I don't hug you.
Yeah. Like,
The thing that you want, the hug.
That's
you don't
that's
get-
off limits.
no affection.
That's where the line is drawn.
So Jason and I are supposed to have a relationship. I almost want to spend a drama point to not have one with him because of that. I'm not going to, but I think that would be funny. That'd be a funny use of my drama point.
It would be funny.
So we are either family or long-term friends, and our relationship is compassionate, Jason.
Aw.
So I have no problem being part of your extended family, a cousin or something. 'Cause
As
I'm also
long
a
as
farmer.
you don't like my father any more than I do.
Right. I think your father's just backwards thinking. He's stuck in the past. We'll never grow this village if we're doing nothing but eating potatoes.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with the fact that you farm and you've got a wife and all of that stuff. That's fine for you. As long
I
as
think
you
I-
don't force it on me.
I think I judge your relationship with Vanessa, though.
How long have Rorik and Pavika been in a relationship?
Long enough, everyone knows about it.
Jessica, you and I are friends or rivals, and it's worrisome.
That doesn't give us a lot. I would say the best way to make it worrisome is if like you seem like the town's prefect, right? So if you're friends with me who's kind of weird and off kilter and the town doesn't understand, that would be pretty worrisome to everybody.
Yeah, I can buy that. I like that. And it could be an opportunistic friendship, right? I see value in having you around.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to lead to my ultimate goal, which is making the community powerful. Because again, I'm motivated by greed. So I want to see this place get more powerful because that in turn makes me more powerful.
Yeah. So keeping me around and even keeping me around in kind of a friendly way is beneficial in the end.
Sure. Right up until that moment I throw you under the bus.
Right.
Alrighty. So we have one last step and then we can start playing. It's called world building. This is where we get to be the authors more than just the players in the story, and we get to offer up some canon to the community. So I'm just going to roll a die here, Jessica. You get question number 1. How did you find yourself part of this group? Do they adventure for any purpose other than for wealth?
Oh, well, of course, we adventure under your direction through command of Barton, Warlord Barton.
Right.
I'm part of this group because I think that Evgeny, how do I say your name?
Evgeny.
Evgeny, okay. I think that Evgeny convinced Katerina to be part of the group, just kind of by wearing her down. She was probably against it because, she's more useful to the village at home, but Evgeny convinced her otherwise.
That's also
I'm
worrisome.
going to spend a drama point to add to your answer. I know for a fact if I leave you behind, they're just going to kill you.
Okay, but she wouldn't know that.
Yeah, you don't know that, but
Right.
I'm doing this for your own safety.
Right.
Vanessa, you get question number 6. Who among you carries a small magical trinket the others do not know about? How does it remain hidden? What does it do?
Ooh.
That's good.
It probably wouldn't be me carrying the trinket, but let me see what here.
It would be great if it was you.
That's true, actually, because no one would think to ask me about a magic trinket.
Right. Nobody's going to pad you down.
Probably people don't want to touch me in general. Actually, on that, we'll say that I have a small orb that I carry in what clothing I have that I can throw to create a small hole. Not necessarily anything super deep, but enough to be distracting.
Okay. And I'm sorry, and what does it do?
Creates a small hole in the ground.
Oh, it creates a small hole in the ground. Sorry.
Yes.
That was the one word I was missing.
That's okay.
Jason, you get question number 3. Who among you records the tales of your collective deeds? Who is not included in the records? Why?
I record the deeds, and Pavika is not included for multiple obvious reasons.
I can dig that. That makes sense.
Seriously, I don't know how we stay cousins. I just don't. I just think you're a bad person, Jason.
Okay, so a short list of who is what in the chat. So we've got Jim is what are you? Your character?
I'm Evgeny, the bit car.
And what is a Bikar?
The Sentinel, the tough guy.
Jess.
Vanessa, I just dug up the Pariah artwork for you if you're interested.
Ooh, yes, I totally am. Because now I'm curious.
Weird. And Jason's already there. And then Vanessa is Pavika.
That's great.
Oh, dear.
It's really the only appropriate art I have for this particular group. The Sentinel is an orc in the art that I have. I don't have a Child of Draco, and the Warlock art doesn't fit the person Jason is.
Fair enough.
But that Pariah fits you to a T. So
yeah, it really does. I like it.
So my question, my world building question is who among you is a self-described leader? I guess we've already determined that's me. Who among you keeps the group together during dark times? Again, that's me. Who is a thorn in the side of the others? That's clearly Jason.
I thought it was going to be you again. Also, Amma says hi, Pinto.
Who says that?
Amma.
Amma?
Yeah.
Amma is a longtime listener of Metagamers Anonymous
In Finland.
in Finland.
Oh, so tervetuloa.
Is that hello in Finnish?
That's welcome.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
I can say hello in about 40 languages. And I spent a week in Finland, so I picked up a little bit.
I'm jealous. I would love to.
Yeah, it was great. It was a gorgeous country. I was there in September, August, September, something like that. It was really cold already. I ate a bunch of weird stuff.
Amma says Kiitos.
That's the way to do it.
Kiitos. Yes, Kiitos. Thank you. And Texi, I don't know how to say you're welcome.
Oh, bud.
Okay, so
world building.
Jessica, I'm going to make you direct the opening scene
Why would you do that?
because you know how the game works.
Okay.
The opening scene of House of Keys is always a vignette that takes place inside the house, which the group has entered out of desperation for food or warmth. The adventuring part. Okay, go ahead.
We should also explain the types of scenes.
I will explain them as we get to them.
Okay, sounds good.
The adventuring party has searched but cannot find an exit. The vignette focuses either traps or worry. And that's all you need to know. And you can start the scene.
All right, so you can see into kind of a sitting room parlor. Everybody, all four of the adventurers are kind of stationed in different parts of the room as a clock just kind of ticks on. The swaying of the pendulum just kind of shows the swaying emotions of the characters who realize that they can't find a way out of this house. And as they look at and away from each other, things move in the shadows, even in the room that they're in. So you can tell that the house spirits are not really staying hidden either.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so to explain to
Good
the
sense of
Jason
foreboding.
and Vanessa, a vignette is a scene just like that. There's no talking in it. It's just setting the mood or setting the tension of what's going on. It could be an opportunity to see something else going on somewhere else. But Jessica's actually used it the right way, which is for us to understand where we are and how we're stuck here. So from here on out, what I'm going to have to do is I'll draw the card on the side, and then I'll have to do a screen grab to send the text to the person whose turn it is, because this is a very specific protocol the way it's played.
Okay.
Okay.
So give me 2 seconds while I get to the right page. And I believe Vanessa goes next, right?
Sure.
If that's what you say.
Based on how we've been going around the table,
Yeah.
it's been Jessica, Vanessa, Jason, me.
Okay. I'll try to remember that.
That works for me because that's the order we're in on my screen.
Not mine.
Oh,
And you're Pavika, right?
Yes.
yes.
All right. This is really neat because I can send it just to you and they won't know what you're reading. So you should read it to yourself first and see if it's something that you're supposed to read out loud.
Nice. Also, we play the game 4 rounds around the table.
Yep. But Jason gets 5 scenes when we only get 4.
Right. Because he gets to insert one.
On the one that you sent me, it does say if it's the first or second scene card drawn, discard and draw again.
Oh, okay. I missed that part because I didn't read it. I didn't want to ruin it for myself either.
It's all good.
I will give you a different card.
Okay.
See, I
Just
even
wanted to
thought
let you
ahead.
know.
I'm such a good designer. I thought ahead on that card.
Brilliant.
I like it. Okay. Let me get this one.
Did you get it?
Yes, it did. And if it says the director does something, I'm assuming since it's my card, I'm the director.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that real quick.
First, it says right there,
Yes.
after selecting who is in the scene.
Okay. Engage in the private conversation. Okay, so who is in the scene?
So for those listening and for Jason, she's drawn an interlude, and an interlude is a scene between two characters who have a relationship. Vanessa has the choice of putting herself in the scene or not. People that aren't in the scene get a drama point.
I'm actually going to put it between Rorik and Evgeny.
Okay.
So then let's roll the dice. Yeah, 4. So the characters discuss alliances and whether they should remain with the group. One character may spend 1 drama point to overhear the conversation, but not join the scene.
All right.
But you also get to set the scene, Vanessa. So you get to tell them where they're at, how they're separated from everybody else to have this conversation. What else is in the room? All of that. You get to set the scene.
Okay, so. And you would put us in like a sitting room to start out with?
Yeah,
Okay.
like a parlor.
So we're going to say that they have kind of ducked out of the sitting room while we were all in awe and gone into kind of the foyer, right by the door, to kind of talk amongst themselves. It's actually kind of creepy in the foyer. There's a little bit of cobwebs, and that's kind of why we kind of rushed into that sitting room. So they might even be uncomfortable where they're standing. Not a lot of natural light there. That's all I got.
Rorik, how long are you going to carry this on with her?
As long as it's necessary, cousin.
It already seems unnecessary.
Well, that is a matter for opinion now, isn't it?
If the two of us search alone, I know I can trust you. I don't know that I can trust them.
Of course not. That's not the way it works. But, you know, there are certain things to be gained from having fodder.
I'm not going to argue with that, but I also think that at this moment, they are dead weight. I realize we just got lost in here, but I have this foreboding sense that this isn't going to help us sticking together.
Well, if they're dead weight, then it will be easy enough to cut them loose when it is appropriate and beneficial. Right now, they're just sitting there.
I don't even need to ask that it's going to have to be my axe that does the job.
It would probably be less messy that way.
And you decide when you've seen enough, Vanessa. You're the director of the scene, so you could call cut whenever.
This is
Also-
actually pretty good. I'm good with this cut.
Okay.
Also, a scene will end if any character or if any like act of violence comes, or if a character leaves the scene.
Right. I don't think an act of violence is going to happen.
No.
Not right now.
So if one of you had like stormed off, I'm done with you.
Right.
Right,
That
right,
would end the
right.
scene.
Gotcha. I could dig it.
Okay, well, we shouldn't dawdle here. They're going to get suspicious if we're gone too long.
Be patient, cousin. All things come in good time.
The expression did it.
It's been a long time since I've been a villain. I'm gonna
In
have
this
fun
case,
with
you're
this.
just a jerk.
Yeah.
And
Not
I was
in my
unfortunately
head.
thrust in that kind of scene already.
Not in my head. The jerk
Right.
never thinks he's a jerk. The jerk
Right,
thinks he's
right.
far more than what he is.
Yes. Alan Rickman thinks he's always the hero. All right.
Jeremy Irons.
I'm assuming that scene.
Yes.
So Vanessa and Jessica, you each get a drama point.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Okay,
Jason, it's your
Before
go ahead.
we go forward, points. What are they exactly, and how are they used?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a great
Good
question.
question.
So survival points are when we get hurt in this one, because there's things that are going to happen inside the mansion that could hurt us. And then drama points are used to do things to break the rules. So I don't have any at the moment because I spent mine at the beginning for that detail about why I brought Jessica along. But Vanessa has a ton already. I believe she's sitting on 4.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
got a bunch.
I have 4 of each of them.
Yeah. So anytime she wants to jump into a scene she's not in, she spends a drama point. Anytime she wants to end a scene early or keep it going longer, she spends a drama point. Anytime she wants to break a rule in any way, there's an interrogation scene that we'll see eventually. And if she wants to ask more questions or ignore a question, she can spend a drama point. There's no list of what you can actually do with them. There's suggestions, but there's no limit. Anytime you think of breaking the rules, you spend a drama point.
Okay.
Anytime I want to change the story to my benefit. Gotcha.
Right. And then whatever you haven't spent at the end, you can use to write more of the ending of the story. All right.
And
Okay,
what were the
that's
survival points?
Survival points are hit points.
Okay.
So when you take damage, and then if you ever go to 0, you'll have to take a rest. You'll be out of a scene, and then you come back with 2 points.
Okay. Good deal.
So Jason, I just sent you a file.
Uh-huh.
That is your scene. So it's a vignette because it's a club.
Also, one more note, we don't always have to direct our scenes directly after the previous one. Like time can pass, or
Yeah.
like it can seem a little like lopsided in order, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that scene that we just had would have made sense if a day had passed trapped in
That's
the
true.
mansion. And we could retroactively say that. We're just going through the motions of playing the game for some people the first time, and for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say that. That seems like a natural place for that.
Yeah.
All right. And so now you said it's a vignette, and so it's not interaction, it's just me describing the things that are going on.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Do you want me to read it so I can guide you through what you should be doing?
Sure.
Because I've not read it yet.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and read it, and I'll make
Okay.
sure I'm doing this right.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So this obviously seems like something that Yevgeny would do
Okay.
because he's in charge.
Right.
And I rolled a 10.
Okay. You have to describe the scene first,
Okay.
and then you roll the dice.
Oh, describe the scene, then roll the dice.
Yes.
I thought it said.
Oh, no. It says before. It says before. I read it wrong. My apologies. Yeah. Go right ahead. Do what you're doing.
Okay.
Doing it great. Everything's fine.
Day, I have no idea how many counts beyond. Yevgeny has decided that he is going to go further into the mansion. His incessant need for power and leadership bewilders me. But he's my cousin, so what can you say? He's gone further and further, pulling us all along with him in this needless quest for some kind of validation. Personally, I just want to find an exit, and you would think you would find that by going further away from the center. But it's, again, his decisions. But wait, it appears that he is found a chest. And it opens with no booby traps. That's a first. There's a key. It's got an engravement in it, but I can't read it from here. We'll have to get more look at it later. But surely a key would come in handy in a place full of locked doors. You actually did something right for once. And scene.
All right.
I really love the style of relationship between you two.
Actually working out really amusingly.
I hate this. I drew something really awkward.
And draw again.
No. I don't have any drama points, and I want to go with the flow of what I've drawn here. The most the best course of action is for me to make you, Jessica, interrogate me. That makes the most sense, but I don't have a drama point and I'm getting nothing out of it. But you get to interrogate me about why I'm the presumed leader of the group. So I'm going to say, I've handed the key off to the other two. Go figure out where this works. And they've left, and you and I are just standing there in this room. And you can ask me up to 5 questions.
Okay. I'm bad at questions.
Oh,
That's fine.
Great.
Don't sell yourself short. I play in the Tuesday game with you, and you have all sorts of great questions.
Okay. Evgeny, did Barton send us here to this location?
Does it matter what the answer is? Yes, he sent us here.
So you can't say no.
Right, I know I can't say no, but I can draw it out.
I feel like he's forsaken you. So are you really going to continue with this quest when you've been forsaken by your lord?
Where are you getting this? Forsaken me. We're here to find gold to make the community stronger. We're here to find some treasure that we can exchange for more food.
That's
not forsaken me.
Look all around us. We're being beguiled by a house.
And you think Barton knew that this was going to happen to us when we got here? That he would just throw away his best soldier?
I think that's what you're thinking. Yeah.
I'm not thinking that. You're trying to put that thought in my head.
I'm merely asking you questions, and you came out with clearly something that's been on your mind.
I don't care for the implication. I don't care for the tone.
How long has it been since you have been set upon by as many spirits as we've dealt with here in service to your lord?
Our village is plagued by spirits. There's a spirit in my oven. There's a spirit on my roof, in the backyard, tending to the pigs, looking over the wheat.
Don't set upon you and try to run you ragged. And I'm not even sure that all of the people who you say are following you are actually following you. Do you have any control over Rorik? I know he's your cousin, but
I just sent him on an errand and he did it. You watched him. I handed him the key and he left. I trust no one like I trust him.
That was 4, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We kind of broke format for a second.
Yeah, we did. It's okay. You gave him the one hint that we've gotten in this place. So what are you gonna do when he runs off with it?
Oh, so you're jealous that I didn't give it to you. You wanted the key, and I've given it to my cousin, my blood, instead of some fae that I have to carry around like a toddler, because if I leave her behind, never mind.
So what are you gonna do if he runs off with it, or when he runs off with it?
That's never going to happen. That is a stupid, stupid, childish question. You can spend points to ask me more questions if you want, but
I have
Jason just gave me the
one.
mic drop. What's that?
I have 1 point. Let me think if I don't.
Can I spend
think-
points for her to ask more questions?
You could, yeah.
Do you have more questions you want to ask?
Oh, I think with that, I think she might like to quiet. I think, yeah, but she doesn't sulk. She's not
Right.
sulking. She's just being as strange as she usually is, I think. So that would be it.
Okay.
Vodka is the solution. It's true. I don't have enough alcohol here. I need to go get some more alcohol.
Are we taking a break?
No, I was kidding. Although
Oh.
I guess we could take a break at some point. Is it really already 9?
Oh, so it
Oh.
is.
Yeah. It is. I don't know. Does anybody need a break?
I don't need a break specifically at the moment.
Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and open my little picture. Why does it make me download it?
It's making mine download too.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
So I think that's just a Zoom thing.
The text doesn't have the power to show the images, so it's just going as files.
Right.
Which is fine.
It's a PNG. That might be why. Since
I
it's a
can see
screen
that.
grab, it's a PNG.
What kind of scene is this?
It's a spade, so it's an ensemble.
Okay, thank you.
And what does that mean per se?
That's
Other than
gonna be-
all of
Pavika
us?
can't be in it.
Yeah, all of us except for Vanessa.
Okay.
Oh, right. Vanessa can't be there.
I forgot about that, so I'm glad someone remembers.
Pariah,
Yeah, what can I say?
dearest.
I want to point out that so far in game, your character has not spoken.
That's true.
That's actually appropriate for Pariah. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay, let me set the scene.
And I have another drama point.
So another few days have passed. The party has gotten back together, although currently Pavika is lagging behind somewhere. We're not sure how far behind or where she is. But Evgeny, Rorik, and Katerina had just finished searching a set of rooms, a set of 3 bedrooms in a hallway. When they got to the end of the hallway and opened the door, there was there were a few paths, hallways off, like it was a branching hallway. And so they just started walking and realized that they'd taken more turns than they meant to take. And now they're not actually sure which hallway they're in, and they haven't seen rooms. Everything looks the same here. It's all just carpeted with a yellow and gold filigree carpet and sconces on the wall. So there's no like distinguishing feature of where to go. So that's where we're at now.
So Pavika is with us. She's just not talking in the scene. Is that what we're...
She's lagged behind. We're
Okay,
not.
she lagged behind, right?
Yeah, we're not sure how far behind she is.
Well, let's at least wait for Pavika. We don't know where we are, and no point in getting more lost without her.
Do we know
Oh.
which way she'll be coming from?
Behind us.
Which way is behind? All of these halls look the same.
I just
Have
sit
you-
down and take a whetstone to my axe.
Have you been recording which hallways we were going down?
I have an impeccable sense of direction. We went left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
That doesn't sound correct, cousin.
How would a house even have that much hallway?
It's a big
You
house.
said it yourself. We're beset by spirits.
Perhaps one of us could do something to appease them. Perhaps
Something?
we could offer a sacrifice.
Are you willing to give up your rations?
Ration. Oh yes, of course. Food. Yes. That is what we were talking about, isn't it? Yes. Yes. In any other type of sacrifice would be monstrous. Of course. Excuse me. I think if we were going to do that, we should all give up a little bit of each other's. We can't expect one person to make all the sacrifice. Then the spirit won't even be appeased because it's just from one. The other three will weigh him down. If it doesn't come from all of us, it won't be genuine, no, is it?
Did you learn this on the farm?
No, I learned it from the books,
Hmm.
the contracts.
Perhaps if we just show a
sigils.
little bit of respect first before we do any sacrifices of the very little food we have left.
I guess
been
not
here-
calling them stupid spirits would probably be a good start.
And we've been here for weeks. There's no way we can survive with giving up food.
Well, there was the kitchen a while back. I'm sure if we explored, it might have something in the larder.
And how do we get back to the kitchen?
Yeah, lead on. Please show us the way.
Fine. Now turn around and go back the way we had just come.
Okay, that's the scene.
All right.
Oh, wait, I have to roll at the end of the scene.
Yes.
The director rolls 2d6. Okay. Oh damn. So you do walk off in your direction, but you walk too quickly for us to keep up. So you find your way out eventually, but not to the same place where we started. And Evgeny and Katerina eventually find their ways out suddenly in like the basement, which is closer to the larder. So we might make it there first. However, because of all of the trouble finding our way, everybody loses a drama point or a survival point. So I'll go ahead and spend my drama point.
I guess I
I-
wear myself out. I'm out of drama points.
But Pavika doesn't, right?
Right.
Because she wasn't in the scene.
That is correct.
Pavika's going to be rich in drama.
Well, she doesn't get one for being out of that scene. Oh, yes, she does.
Yes, she
That's her
does.
Yeah,
special
She
ability.
does, yeah.
Yep.
She's going to be really
I have
rich in
5.
drama.
I'm just waiting for the time for it to be right.
Right, right, exactly.
So Jason, do you have to spend drama or survival?
I've got both.
Drama is easier to get back.
I'll spend a drama point then.
Yeah.
So I would say that like by the end of it, Katerina is having to like keep Evgeny going,
Yeah, that makes sense.
like keep prodding him on. But I think it's in a less of a like an overt way, especially after the toddler talk. So now it's Vanessa's turn.
Yeah, and I sent her the thing.
Oh, I just saw it.
Ooh, I love limoncello. Are you making like in California, can you grow lemons? Are you making it from homegrown lemons? Becky's in California, right? Yeah.
Where in California?
I'm unsure.
Okay, so for my scene, I'm gonna put it between myself and Rorik.
Okay.
And
Finally gonna hear you speak.
we're actually gonna put it right after the scene that we just had. And as he wandered off kind of on his own, he actually found where I was. But he is honestly kind of sick of me.
Who, me?
Pretty sure everyone would be sick of me, but right now it's gonna be you. So I will go ahead and start this off. Oh, there you are.
Oh, there I am, as if I'm not the one that was lagging behind.
You guys are going so fast.
Speaking of, now they're lagging. Heavens. I'm going to have to drag you all to the entrance eventually, aren't I?
You don't have to drag me. I'll follow you.
You'll follow me like you followed me in there with them. Do you know they don't... Never mind. How are you, dear?
I'm doing great. I just feel like everyone's ignoring me though.
Oh, don't mind them. They're not all as aware of your charms as I am. There. Everything will be fine.
Full arm like pet, gotcha. Does that mean that you'll hug me later then?
Know the rules. Come, I told the others I would lead them to the larder, so we should probably get in that direction sooner than later.
Okay.
It's
I'll
this
go
way.
ahead. We'll go ahead and call scene at the end. I roll 2d6.
Becky's in Southern California.
And we
Yeah, where in Southern California? That's where I grew up.
An hour from Redlands.
Yeah. I know where Redlands is. I used to work in Ontario.
Okay, so this actually works out. It had pretty much no resolution, but the characters take time to reflect upon what happened. One of the characters gains 1 drama point, but the players must agree who gets it.
Well, you've
I
already
honestly
got
think-
a store.
I think you should get it because
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
that was
Jason
well
should
done.
get
Jessica, you and I get a point for not being in that scene.
Yay.
Well,
Drama,
for not being in that
drama.
interlude, to be specific.
So what do the different suits mean? Just so I have it noted.
So a heart is an interlude, a diamond is an interrogation, a spade is an ensemble, and a club is a vignette.
Okay.
And we
Oh, yeah.
can only do flashbacks if they're jokers.
Yeah, in this one, there's very specific rules for flashbacks. But yeah, they're joke. I think the kings might also be, or the jokers might also, the jacks might also be flashbacks. I've not looked at the charts in a while. Jason, I just sent you a file,
Okay.
and I need to take just a real short break. I'll be right back.
Okay, well, I'm going to go grab something to drink then.
Oh my, there's been chat going on in the Twitch and I haven't been attention. Oh, they were talking about California. Okay. I feel more caught up now.
I am not watching the Twitch chat, so all of those who are in the Twitch chat while these people are taking a break, hello. What did he say hearts were?
Interlude.
Okay.
So you got a message for how's it going? It is going well. This is a really amusing game.
I'm having quite the entertainment myself.
I'm enjoying
Having quite the
this.
entertainment. I am being entertained. And I hope I'm being entertaining.
I might actually have to purchase this one. I am super enjoying this.
I am liking this better than I like Fiasco. I can tell you that for certain.
Well, and the Iron Medusa has a whole set too. It's not quite the same as the Black Monk Praxis, but there's a whole like world and everything.
It was called Iron Medusa.
Yeah. Well, this one is called House of Keys.
And I did find House of Keys on Drive-Thru RPG.
Actually, I've got one of the House of Key dice.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't it pretty? It's a really pretty red and gold marble too.
Oh, that is pretty. I like it.
We're taking a quick break, Eric. But it's going well. We're having fun. And Alma and Becky are in the chat chatting with us, and we love it. Just talking about alcohol. Yeah, Becky gets to make some limoncello from her vodka and fresh California lemons. Yeah, Richard's here too. I know you're here, Richard. We should get his link to his drive-through store as well, Richard. I don't know if it's on his website or not. Oh yeah, and Asamtees.shop. No, don't worry, everybody's on it. Ken's on it too. Also, hi Nira. Don't forget your hi Niras.
Hi, Nira.
Hi, Dira.
Oh, not for the watching, for the editing.
Yeah, it's for the editing.
That's right.
So one of the people in my isopod, her work has 2 locations in town. The location on the east side has a positive case for COVID.
Oh my.
Luckily, that person doesn't have any contact with anybody at her location. So
That's good.
Yay.
yes, Becky, yes. Yeah, Becky says, trouble is I'm hoping to be preggers by the time that liquor is ready. Yay, good luck. She says, so shall I send it to you guys? Yes. Yes, you can send me limoncello.
Although, make sure that the box is not explicitly marked, because I believe there are laws about shipping alcohol to Kansas
Oh, really?
that are not happy, but they might have loosened them when they loosened some of the other blue laws.
I mean, don't break any laws. We don't endorse breaking laws here at Metagamers Synonymous.
Absolutely. Check your local listings, or our local listings.
It's lemonade. Vodka lemonade. Oh, hi, welcome back.
It is about 100 degrees in my office right now, and I had to go
Ooh.
get an ice pack. I am.
Ugh. That's unpleasant.
We need to
I'm
start
having to dress in layers.
we need to start a GoFundMe to send him an air conditioner. Good grief.
So, do we have time for me to tell a funny story about air conditioners?
Yes.
Sure.
Go for it.
So this is Seattle. So there's houses are not built with air conditioners up here because for centuries it was always cold, and summer only lasted so long, so nobody would build them that way. This is an old house. When we first bought it, there was an air conditioner, one of those tiny ones, maybe about a foot by 2 feet, built into the wall in the living room, except it was venting all the exhaust right into the garage. and the garage had horrible ventilation. So all that heat would get trapped in the garage and just press against the wall.
Oh
Ah.
no.
And so the
Oh,
house
no.
could not get cold. And
Good
on top of that,
grief.
it's a west facing house. So all the late afternoon heat just stays here all day.
Yep.
And
Ew.
it's only 2 months a year that it's this bad, but usually it's freezing here, but I cannot get cool this time of year, and I'm stuck in my
Gross.
office.
Yuck.
We're
That's not
sorry we
fun.
put you through that.
No. I would be working here anyway at this time of day, but
That's true.
I had to interrupt the game in order to go get an ice pack.
Well, I'm glad you've got yourself something to cool down with.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
I've
is
been
nice.
doing this for a while, so I know the system.
You got the tricks.
When I was younger, we hardly ever had air conditioning, and it was here in Kansas heat. Ugh.
Ew.
So I remember going to bed at night with ice cube trays next to me. Like I would sleep right underneath the window with ice cube trays next to me and a fan blowing over it. And like if I woke up really hot, I'd grab some of the melting ice and like put it on me or eat it or whatever. Like you gotta use it. Gotta
When
get
I
through.
was a kid in Kansas, Wichita heat, we had a whole house fan,
Oh,
is basically a giant exhaust fan, and you barely crack every window in the house, and then this thing sucks air up and through, and so it's as if you've got a breeze coming from every window, and the less opening there is, the more vacuum it creates. But it was so loud, and it was just a constant roarish hum at all hours of day and night that I still just like, yeah.
guys,
But-
remember when TVs used to make terrible noise?
Oh, TVs still make terrible noise. I have crazy high pitch hearing.
Okay, so
Okay, sorry. It is my thing. It is an interlude, and I must choose 2 characters with a relationship.
Yes.
Okay. I do not have to resolve how they rejoin, only illustrate. They are trapped and removed from the rest of the group. I don't have to tell you how you get back, but I do have to tell you how you got separated. I am going to choose Katerina and Pavika.
Okay.
Don't you have a relationship?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, and so we were exploring the larder because I led us there, of course. And one of you leaned on a meat hook, and that section of wall did a Scooby-Doo turn.
Seems legit.
And before the scene, I rolled 2d6 and I got a 4. The characters turn on each other, perhaps physically. One character loses 1 drama point while the other loses 1 survival point.
Okay, let's work this out and we'll see who loses what.
Makes sense.
Put the candle back. Okay, so apparently we need to put the candle back. I
The
think
candle back.
I'm gonna say that you were the one doing the leaning.
Oh, sure. Always blaming me.
Do you want it to be me? Is that
No,
better?
that's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
I mean, whichever works out better for the scene.
I was just being sarcastic. It's fine. Actually works better if it's me and how I'm
Okay.
seeing this play out. So
Okay, so I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm just kind of shocked. Like, oh, right, and the cloak of kind of shadow crows. So it kind of makes it all a little bit more startling when it happens.
I can see that. Did I do that?
You just casually act like. Make it undo. What? Where even are we now? And like,
It does
I
happen
bang
back.
on the wall to see if I can hear into the larder.
I pushed the meat hook back where it was.
I don't think we can make that happen, but
Yeah. I'm not saying it actually does anything.
right. Ugh. What are you even doing here? I just okay. I guess we better figure out where to go.
I guess we go onward.
Where's on? I don't even see a door in here. Like there's a grate up there. Are you gonna get up there? I'm pointing, sorry.
That depends. Can you lift me? Because I don't think I can reach it by myself.
No, I cannot lift you.
Oh. Well, then no, I'm not going to get for the grate.
What else is in? What else? Look around. Find something.
I start following the wall. So how did you end up here?
Well, we were searching the larder, and I was standing next to you. Then apparently you pulled a lever. Why did you pull a lever? Is that are levers drawers? Are we gonna find some butter in a lever? How?
You're saying this like I did it on purpose.
You're right. You don't really do anything on purpose.
No, not really.
Watch where you're putting your feet. Maybe we should just go to the grate. Look, okay, you lift me up and I'll go to the grate and we'll do that. I can get you out. You lift me up and we'll go to the grate and I'll pull you out, okay?
You actually want to touch me?
No, you're going to touch me. You need to lift me up to the grate. Lift me up there. See? Up there.
But by me touching you, then you're touching me, and that's great.
Okay. Yes, it is a grate. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Do it.
Okay, fine.
So I say kind of the turning on each other is that I'm not going to come back and help you.
I can see that.
But since I'm the one in the air, I think I should take the survival point damage and you should take the drama point damage.
Okay.
So how do we solve this? Do we talk it out or does Jason talk it out or?
We don't have to worry about it. There's nothing to resolve.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to have scenes end with cliffhangers.
Okay.
Yeah, you left me. I'm behind in a weird dark room.
Yeah, it says it is not necessary to resolve how the characters rejoin the others, only to illustrate how they are isolated.
Okay, so actually I would say let's not even figure out who left whom necessarily. But I'd say that's the point.
We know.
We know.
We all know.
I just drew an interrogation again.
Oh, good for you.
Perfect. So you have Jessica, you have left her.
Okay.
And she's trapped in that hallway now, and it's dark, and it is not clear how she's going to get out of there by herself.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, this is a very different chart than any of the other ones. So I have to send you a picture. There it is. This is going to take a second. I am interrogating you, Pavika. Oh,
Okay.
look at him.
Hi,
Aw.
Merlin.
Give him one last kiss because this is going to be a bad scene for you. You may not come
Oh
back.
no!
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Yeah, he was begging for attention.
Did you get the picture?
Did I
No.
picture?
No, you
Oh,
wouldn't.
Yes.
Not me. Oh, okay, I see.
It's
Sorry.
for Vanessa only because nobody else is going to see this.
That's terrifying.
So you know what this is. Anybody from our village would know what this is.
That looks terrifying.
Yeah. So it is a bad household spirit. It is
Okay.
the one that punishes the housewife when the kids are bad or when food is burned, when anything goes wrong inside the household. This is the spirit that shows up and punishes the housewife. So you've probably seen this thing a bunch in your lifetime because
I probably live with it. Are you kidding?
yeah, the way that our village
Roommates.
works.
Oh no.
And it is called a kikamora if you
Oh.
carry what it's called. So it
Gotcha.
just shows up out of the darkness. And this is an interrogation scene, by the way. So
Okay.
I get a drama point from you.
Okay.
Or,
I'm losing a drama point.
yeah, you lose one and I gain one.
Just making sure I was understanding.
So I heard them calling you Pavika, and yet they've left you behind. They've named you, but they've left you behind. Are you ready to live in this darkness with me forever?
No. No, I am not.
Certainly you don't want to go back to them, though, do you?
I don't want to stay with you is the secret.
Perhaps there's something you can give me or do for me, and I will guide you out of here.
I have this orb that creates holes.
Ah, perfect. Just put it into my claw. She puts out that bird-like hand right in
You
front of you.
help me out first.
What's that?
You help me out first.
I suppose you best get used to living here with me then. And she starts to walk closer to you.
Oh God, she's creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Have the orb.
Delicious. And where did you get this?
I found it.
Why do I sense you're lying to me?
I still found it. Whether I obtained it rightfully or not is a whole other thing, but it was found by me.
So that's that's 5 questions. I need to roll. Can somebody roll 2d6 for me? Oh, I never mind. I have dice right here. Found them.
Rolled a 9.
I rolled an 8.
8's the better number.
We'll see.
Oh, interesting. So I get to ask one more question. And how did you actually get it? Out of character, how did you actually get it? So I know how to frame this next question.
I'm gonna say that I probably stole it.
From whom? Because that's going to be important too.
Ooh, steal it from Barton.
That's actually a good one. I like it. That might
Yeah.
be how
Okay.
I got Pariah even.
So, oh, you stole it from Barton, not Rorik?
That might be even better, actually.
Barton could be good too.
No, I like Rorik. I like Rorik
Okay.
better. We're gonna say I
Okay.
stole it from Rorik.
And then she just looks you right in the eye and she says, does Rorik know that you had this? And that feeds the memory of the time you were with him
Mhm.
into your brain.
Ugh.
When you stole it from him, and you actually lose a survival point. That
no.
that memory is so bad that it caused you to lose a survival point.
Okay.
And that is the scene. So she disappears into the darkness, and then that doorway that you open to get in here, it clicks open almost with magic.
Yay! Out of the darkness. And
That was a
away
good
from
time for that
creepy,
scene.
terrifying bird thing.
Yeah. Should I send it to everybody now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you totally
let's see
should
it.
because this thing is super creepy.
I wish we could put it up on the
You might be
chat
able to.
somehow.
I didn't accidentally send a picture of Richard's penis, did I? That's called a callback.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a call.
Can you imagine being alone in a
back
room with
earlier.
that thing?
every day.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Oh wow, yeah. You always get such good art. Like it.
Yeah, I super like the artwork. I would not want to be in a room with that.
Yeah.
I
for
want to figure out
any
how to
length
get
of
it
time.
into Twitch. I wish I knew how to get it into the Twitch chat.
And that's a real creature from Slavic mythology.
So now it is my turn.
Yes, I'm sending you your thing right now. You have an ensemble.
Okay.
So that's another drama point for Vanessa.
Woohoo, back up to 4.
Sorry, Twitch, I can't show you the picture. But you can see it if you get the House of Keys. So there's that. All right. Oh. So the rules say all of the characters except the director's character
Okay.
who gains a drama point. So it's just Rorik and Evgeny.
Okay.
Oh my.
That's an interesting confluence of events.
Yeah?
Before the scene begins. Okay. To inform the scene. Okay. 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 Um so a couple more days have passed in the mansion. We were able to find some food that we could make vaguely edible to keep us sustained a little bit. But even though Pavika did end up back in the larder with Evgeny and Rorik, they of course made their way off without her as she lagged behind again. Then they stopped in a like in a dressing room, like a bathroom. They stopped in a bathroom to just wait for her and see if there's anything else usable. And now Rorik, you're first. You wake kind of groggily. You didn't realize you had been sleeping. And also your arms are chained around something large, like a pillar or something. Yeah. And Evgeny, you wake shortly thereafter. You don't remember going to sleep. And you are chained hand and foot, like sprawled out against a board. Maybe you're standing up. Yeah, you think you're standing up. You're probably standing up. It's fine. So that's where you. Oh, it's dark. You can't see anything either.
So do we even know that each other is in the room?
Not necessarily. It's dark.
Okay.
I suppose if you were breathing heavy, you could hear the other one breathing heavy. Yeah, that's the link in chat, guys. Yes.
That's the link in chat.
Yeah, they found this game on drive-through.
Oh. the link in the chat, not the
Mhm.
Lincoln chat, like the link in the
I
notes.
heard Lincoln chat as well.
Sorry. Okay.
It's like, what is old Abe up to?
Lincoln.
Okay. What? How? Why? This. Oh, this effing house.
Rorik?
Evgeny?
Where are we?
That is a terribly good question.
Just use your impeccable sense of direction.
What's that?
Just use your impeccable sense of direction.
We were in the larder.
We were in the chamber room after
Why
we
would
left
we-
the larder
Both be in a chamber room.
because we'd lost Pavika again. We were waiting for her to show up.
Nothing you're saying is making sense.
Nothing anybody says makes sense. Point of order, just real quick. How does my magic work, or does it work however I want it to?
Yeah.
I'm guessing
If you want to create a magical effect that solves a problem, you do.
story
but-
points.
What's that?
Story
No,
point.
no. I mean, if you just want us to free ourselves from the shackles, right? That deflates all the tension.
Well, not necessarily us. Or at very least, maybe turn on a light or something. I was
Sure, you can
thinking
absolutely do that. You don't need to spend any points to do that.
okay. It's very vague in the description. It's like it just uses language and lore to unbury magical power, blah 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 blah.
Right. And it's purposely vague.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so back. Nothing anybody says ever makes sense. Harutar Shindare Luminos. And torches appear magically around us, floaty, so that we can at least see what's going on.
You're not in the changing room anymore.
Well, this isn't the changing room.
I don't think we needed light to understand that, Rorik. Something has happened to us. Someone has put us to sleep and has chained us up. They would not do that in a bathroom. They would not do that in the larder.
Good
Not in a box,
observation.
not with a fox.
If I was going to torture someone to get information, I would take them to a secret room no one else knows about, where sound does not travel well, and I would beat them senseless for hours. So someone is coming to beat us senseless for hours.
Sounds like you've done this before, cousin. I'm impressed.
And scene.
He's impressed by my ability to torture other people. We've now gone around the table twice. So this is the halfway mark. It doesn't mean anything other than I'm telling you it's the halfway mark.
So if I want to get in my extra thing, I should probably do so quick.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just do your scene at the end of the game.
Ah. Well, it said May.
Yes. You don't even have to do it if you don't want.
So, okay, good to know.
But things should start kind of wrapping up from here. Because halfway point and all. Although the House of Keys is a little strange still. Because it's a
Okay.
special beast.
Right. So, Vanessa, this is a flashback ensemble.
Ah, neat.
It involves all of us before we even entered the mansion.
Can she be in this one?
Well, she has to spend the drama point that she would gain for not being in it. So, yes.
Okay.
But you set the scene for us. You let us know
Yeah.
where we are and when.
Other file that's the bird creature.
What's that?
The file you just sent me was another picture of the bird creature thing.
Yeah, I sent that to everybody because everybody wanted to see it.
Oh yeah, you have to switch back to.
I did not send a file this
Jamie?
time because I'm telling you flat out it's a
Oh, okay,
flashback,
gotcha.
and that's all you need to know.
Okay,
Oh, I
Cool.
see.
What I just said.
gotcha. Just making sure.
Yeah, there's no die roll for this one.
So just sending a flashback for before we were in the house.
Yes.
Okay.
And it could be any time from our birth right up to entering the mansion. So you decide how far back in our past you want to go. But
Okay.
all of us are there.
What was the name of
It's not
the
a
warlord?
makeout session with my cousin.
Barton.
Oh, come on. Those have been so amusing. Okay. I'm actually going to say that we're probably going to have a flashback of when Barton was telling us about this particular escapade we have found ourselves into. So we are probably in his offices. I'm probably close to the back because I'm a pariah. Edge's probably closer to the front, and then Rorik and Katarina would be kind of center-ish.
Who's
And
playing Barton?
Who's playing Barton? I don't know. We'll say that he has just given us the task and we're talking amongst ourselves after the task has been assigned to make it easier. And go.
Katarina's pacing back and forth in front of the wall full of bookshelves.
Is this going to be a problem, Katarina?
She doesn't stop counting her steps or look up. She just kind of shakes her head in like a barely visible way.
I'll walk
Barton-
over and slap her on the back and go, "Of course it won't be a problem."
She kind of phases weird. You don't quite make a connection. Like you thought you were good, but she kind of phases weird.
Oh, I hate when she does that.
Katarina, Barton would not send us on this if it wasn't good for the community.
I believe you.
I get to spend more time indoors.
I get to sleep on a floor.
Would he send us on this if it was not good for you?
Of course it's good for me.
That's not what I asked.
Your phrasing is confusing me.
Anyone's phrasing is confusing you, dear cousin.
I'm going to let that one go, Rorik.
You usually do. Pavika, are you ready for an adventure?
Always with you.
Yes, dear.
I'm uncomfortable with how chummy you two have become in recent months. I'm thinking to myself.
Don't give me that look again, cousin.
So which one of you is in charge?
It doesn't matter. We're going together. We're going to take care of this, and we'll be back in no time.
We'll find
Surely
all
Barton's right
sorts-
hand would be in charge. Don't shy away from the leader you were born to be, Evgeny.
and we'll find all sorts of riches to bring back and regale the whole village with.
We'll do what we can. Let's not get anybody's hopes up. Let's not tell family members that we're coming back with chests of gold. We're
Wait,
going
you
to
guys
go
have more
help-
family than just the two of you?
Yes. Why are you even talking to me?
That's a good point. I'll go over here.
Which, by the way, I like how that sets up why you've not talked to me the entire time we've been in the mansion.
I like it.
Rorik, it's your hobby, and I'm not going to judge it. But that's it. That's where my responsibility for that ends. Do you understand?
Oh, of course, dear cousin. We wouldn't want you shouldering more weight than you can bear.
Oh, that
I'm not
scene.
even sure which with the tone or insinuation there. I'm going to be looking after you. You're a full-time job.
We'll call that scene.
Oh, that's right. You directed that one.
Yeah.
At the end of the scene, you get back a survival point.
Yay.
And that's technically a memory your character was having at that moment in the story. That's how that works.
Cool.
All right.
Survival. So I'm back up to 4. Awesome.
Jason, it's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's another ensemble.
I thought we were going to tell a scary story.
What's that?
I thought we were going to tell a scary story.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just kind of the days of our
I tried
lives.
to make that scene scary with the creature out of the shadows.
That was scary.
That was scary, yes.
I wasn't being nitpicky. I was just saying it seems very days of our lives.
I
We're
have
doing-
no problem with that.
We're doing a very good job of character drama.
Okay. Oh, there it is. I was anxiously awaiting the thing that was already there. Excuse me.
Wow. That's for posterity.
Ah. I'm terribly sorry, listeners. The Big K Diet Extreme Citrus Drop gave me some gas.
I like how you had to use your villain voice for that. Gave me some gas.
Only villains burp.
All right. Ooh, I gain a drama point. Ooh. Oh. Oh my.
Yeah, how's that?
Ah. Before the scene begins, but keeps the results hidden. Okay.
Becky says, I love Jason's characters. Rorik, Reverend Vinny, so over the top with oozing smooth and wrongness.
Oh, I forgot about Reverend Vinny.
I wouldn't say creepy, just
Reverend
weird.
Vinny?
That was the
Reverend
fiasco one that
Vinny,
you
yeah.
recorded.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. I think.
He said creepily.
Hey, so Jim,
Mhm.
would you look at this real quick? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to guide this if I keep the results hidden.
Right? So you frame a scene about that thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the whole thing, okay?
Okay.
So this feels to me the best way for you to handle this is to make it an ensemble about all of us, but not so much where we're interacting, but where you're doing things to us. So you'll
Okay.
act like the game master in a
Aha.
regular role-playing game.
So I am the dark oppressive voices.
Right, but it's also happening to your character too.
It says all of the characters except for the directors who is not present.
Right. So there you go. So now set the scene of why the three of us are there without you. Oh,
Would I
actually,
be
Vanessa's
included
not
in
there
that?
either.
Yeah,
What's that?
Vanessa.
I was just asking if I was going to be included in that one or
No,
not.
you're not. You're not in this scene. I apologize.
Okay.
So So for some reason, Jessica and I are together, which means that the scene where we were shackled up is over, and I've somehow gotten out of that.
Is anybody worse off for wear?
Here's a way to do it. All of a sudden, it's not you in the room with me shackled up, it's her. If you want a smooth transition between those two scenes.
That would be fun. Okay.
So like the
So
Shroud
it's
of
just the magic of the mansion, right? It doesn't need to be explained.
Yeah, the Shroud of Crows flurries up around that column, and when it dissipates, now I'm there instead of Rorik.
Sure. As an example. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not trying to run the scene for you. I was just giving you an example
That's fine.
of how
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to know what happens without telling you what happens, but then it all.
Well, you're going to
happens.
eventually tell us what happens. You're going to narrate the scene, setting it up for us,
Okay.
right?
So, so I'm not. But in this particular case, I'm not just setting up the scene. I'm also interacting with it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
getting
like a
to the
DM.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
'Cause in one of the other ones, I set it up and then let you guys run with
Right.
it.
And you can still let us role play, right? But
Right.
the chattering voices are going to interrupt that, whatever it is that we're doing, and it's going to make things weird for us.
All right. Okay. So the ravens caw, the crows go, and all of the sudden, Katerina, you find yourself chained to a pillar in a room lit by magical torches that go out shortly after you arrive. They were on just long enough for you to get a glimpse around the room and to see Evgeny also chained to a separate pillar. And the light magically goes out. It is now completely and totally dark. And you hear voices. They've left you. They are using you. They like your magic, but they don't like you.
I don't think they like you either.
Oh, they don't even know me.
And you don't know me.
Oh, I know more than you think, Karina.
And so Katerina phases out of her shackles. But since she can't go anywhere, she doesn't. She will feel along the wall to find Evgeny, and start fidgeting with his shackles.
She's trying to
Ro-
harm you.
Rorik? Rorik, is that you?
Rorik's gone. She's destroyed him.
Rorik brought me here. Why are you tied up?
She knows exactly why you're tied up.
I don't know why I'm tired. How do I answer that? And you shut up. This forsaken house.
You know why you're tied up.
Have you even tried to get loose? And I'm like yanking on.
I do not even believe this is real.
Oh,
This cannot be happening.
then
What
she
is
stops.
happening to us in this house
Katerina just
cannot
stops.
really be happening.
Well, then I don't have to help you, do I?
No, I guess you don't.
You don't believe it? Fine. I'll make the chains go away.
All that does is prove this is a dream, you stupid voice.
Stop calling
But
them
I'm going to keep
stupid.
the doors locked.
Get
I'm
out
not
of my
gonna turn
head,
on any
Doma
of the
boy.
torches.
You can't
She's
talk like
trying
that to
harm
them.
you. He's harming the spirits. You really should be afraid of him. You should stop him at any cost. She's going to try and hurt you, you know. She's one of them. She's a spirit.
I snap off a piece of chain from the board, and I put it in my hands like a giant garrote, and I'm just looking for the spirit now. It doesn't make any sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know I can't choke out a spirit, but I'm incensed
Okay.
now.
So the chatter continues relentlessly, more so than I can pull off.
Right.
Echoing from different points in the darkness, both of you hearing different things, constantly putting one against each other. I rolled a 4. The characters fall to their knees from the incessant voices chattering away in the darkness. One character goes mad for a short time, throwing away crucial supplies, perhaps even an important key.
Oh no.
Perfect. The key's lost. Perfect.
So
Do we lose drama
when
points or?
That is all that it says. Is
Okay.
One character goes mad for a short time, throwing away crucial supplies, perhaps even an important key.
So when you do that, when you start tearing the chain and the board apart and like trying to search around in the darkness for a spirit, I
Right.
slink away from you. I
Right.
do the crows and slink away from you and go into the corner and sit and hug myself until something happens.
And I'm
I've
screaming
actually-
things. This was never part of the plan. This isn't what Barton meant for us. No, this is wrong. This can't be happening. And I'm screaming and I'm trying to tell the Domo Voice spirit to shut up. And yeah.
I'm actually going to spend a drama point where at the end of that scene, keys of all sorts of varieties pop up all over the walls.
Great.
Oh, that to add to the madness, I'm trying to climb up the walls and yank them, peel them from the, what is it, wood, stone,
Stone.
whatever they're embedded in.
Yeah.
Is that scene, Jason?
That's scene.
All right.
No, Tivka's not here. Tivka did not throw a fit. Thanks, Richard.
So it's another flashback. This is my scene. So this is right before we go into the house. It took us about a week probably to get here, traveling overland. We got lost a couple times. It's raining and we're cold and we're hungry. And none of us are really sure, except for me, that we should be going inside.
This is the place where we're supposed to find riches to save our village?
Something, even a few gold is better than nothing. Rorik?
You're still going to follow Barton, Evgeny. You see this place, you feel this place, and you're still going to follow him?
If we don't do as Barton asks, he will just bring an army down and force us to do it.
I believe you.
Well, if we had an army, perhaps this house wouldn't seem quite so dismal.
Are you scared?
Of course not, cousin. I'm pragmatic.
Well, maybe you and your blushing girl can find the honeymoon suite inside.
It's a great idea.
I don't think that this kind of attitude and tone is going to help. And I think we should just work together, get inside, get out of the cold, and then we can set a fire in a fireplace, get some blankets, and then we can talk some more. Just let's get inside and we'll go from there. That's not difficult, right? I'm not asking too much.
Working together is what you think you guys do.
Right, because we're so good at that.
Let's do it.
Lead the way, cousin.
in my head, I'm just thinking, why does it always have to be Smarm? End scene. What's funny about this session is we're really not losing survival points.
Yeah, this is very strange. When I played through this previously, we did not survive quite so well at all.
Yeah.
There have been a
Well,
few
We're just
we
like
had a-
lucky
where
with
we.
draw.
Yeah. We are having a much we had a much darker game that time, to be sure.
I am going to utilize Warlock power
And you're gonna go?
to direct a scene out of turn.
Okay. So I'm checking off. This would be, that was your third scene, so this is your fourth scene. Okay. How the heck do I get back to this dang program? All right. Rorik, here is your scene. I can't just drag and drop. Why do I keep trying to do that?
Because it would make sense.
This is not a user. How did Zoom beat out Skype? Just out of curiosity.
It just happened to be. I don't know. Maybe Skype is Microsoft and people don't do Microsoft. I don't know.
Yeah, Skype is Microsoft. That might
Skype
be
has
why.
been slowly sunsetting to Teams, and people don't seem to like Teams very much.
Oh, okay.
Oh my.
Oh gosh.
I'm terrified.
Oh, number of users at a time. So apparently because Zoom can support more people.
Oh, all right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because we use Skype for all of the podcasts that I do, and we can do file sharing so easy on it. That's a vignette, by the way, so there's no dialogue. It's just describing a scene.
Yep. All righty. Katerina. You're cowering in the corner of the dungeon. Yevgeny is going mad, dancing around the walls, grabbing at keys emerging from various places. Going mad, yelling at them, throwing them around, and just generally being a nuisance. When just in front of you, a small box rises from the floor. You lean over near it, and it opens with a faint blue glow that kind of reminds you when you phase. There's a small but very obvious brass key. And you just know that of all these keys falling all over the place, manifesting themselves, this is the key. End scene.
Now I've got the power. Whoa.
All right. Jessica, you get, this changes the order. So it's my scene again.
I don't think it has to. It says he didn't have to make it change the order.
Oh, okay. Do you want to change the order, Jason? Is it my turn or Jessica's?
It said if he chooses, this can change the order. No, I don't see reason to. I just thought I would insert myself.
Yeah, that's fine.
Before round 4.
And round 4 is the last round, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this
we're
is
definitely getting out of here.
This is the last scene of the third round for Jessica. So this is.
Although if I changed the order, the person with the key wouldn't be going next.
Right.
So actually, yeah, it should switch to Yevgeny.
Okay. So Katerina, Jessica, don't read that one.
Oh, okay, I won't.
Sorry.
I'll do that scene. That's all right.
I just got to thinking the person I gave the key probably shouldn't go first in the last round.
Okay, so this scene is going to be I'm forgetting character names. Sorry, guys. Pavica and Rorik. The two of you are outside the room that we're locked in. I don't know what's happened to you in the moments before, but you've been looking for us. You can't get the door open, and you can hear me screaming inside. And the two of you are having a discussion about how you're going to get out of here if you don't work together.
We could just leave them.
I'm okay with that. I mean, are they really
Sorry.
helping anything?
Kidding. Oh, you're supposed to appeal to my better nature. Now I have to do it myself. And
Oh, is that
will-
why you keep me?
I keep you because, well, it's mutually beneficial. And with that, I will kind of tap her on the shoulder and use her energy that we have made from the pact, and I will shoot a little bolt at the door to try to break a hinge or the lock or something.
Okay. We'll call that scene. We'll leave it on a cliffhanger. Jessica, you and I get a drama point,
Yay.
and it's now your scene.
Dramatic.
This is another interlude.
Not popped up.
What's that?
It's not popped up.
I'm sending
there
it
it
now.
is.
I have to do a screen capture first. I have to find the page, do a screen capture, and then send it to you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to do something at the end of that scene. Sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Forgot to roll dice. We got. We do not gain drama points for that scene.
Wow, bummer.
Yep. That's okay. I think it was getting out of control. We're not spending them. It has not been a dangerous house this time.
Right.
Definitely been a drama house.
Yes.
A drama house without need for drama points. We've just been doing it of our own free will.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So this is an interlude. We're gonna pick it up with Rorik and Pavica. You guys are still alone. Evgeny and Katerina are not with you. And you're walking down a hall quietly, not talking or looking at each other or touching each other, of course.
I need to spend a drama point. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I want to spend a drama point here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say the door was opened, and when they got inside, you and I weren't there.
Okay.
This is why they're walking away.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
So you guys are walking away, and Rorik, you come to a split in the hallway with stairs leading up, looks like pretty far, and stairs leading further down somehow. Sorry. The stairs aren't leading up. It's not a normal staircase up. It's a spiral staircase all the way up. Okay. And then there's also stairs leading down. Also, your keen sense of direction knows that this split shouldn't be here. And okay. So you guys get to the split. You don't know which way to go because it's not supposed to be here. Darn this house.
Doesn't make any sense. Nothing in this house makes any sense. There's not supposed to be a... We should be heading straight for the door. There shouldn't be... There's not even... What do you think?
Are you sure we went the right direction?
And before you can hear her finish her sentence, your senses are overcome by a booming voice that says, "Mankind's time is ending. Join the fateful who live among the wretched." Pavika, you can't hear this.
Okay.
You were just talking to him normally.
Okay.
The faithful who live among the wretched? Have you not seen my life?
Rorik, are you sure we're going the right direction?
Oh,
Stop trying to find the way forward. Give in to your destiny, which is here.
where do you think we should go?
Well, do you like up or down better?
She'll lead you to your doom. She won't even get you out. She'll get you dead. Your cousin doesn't understand your power. Don't go back to him.
Where do you say I should go?
I already said we should either go up or down. Which do you like?
I'm talking to the house now, dear.
You're talking to the house.
And that's scene.
Oh. So Jessica, I believe we get drama points that time.
So yeah, there's nothing saying that we don't.
Yeah.
Although I do want to spend the drama point that I would get, and have Katerina and Evgeny walk up the stairs that were headed down. They're going to walk up the stairs just as Rorik says that he's talking to the house.
Okay, you don't need to spend a point for that. You're the director. That's
Okay,
that's within
great.
your purview.
Sounds good.
It would be a point for somebody else to make that happen.
Nice.
This is another interlude, so that's 3 in a row, so we draw something else. I'll never have that scene. Vanessa, you get a vignette.
Okay. That was the just describe what's going on thing, right?
Mm-hmm. But I'm giving you the file.
Coolio.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Chat
All right.
likes the shush I'm talking to the house line as well. The adults is that the equivalent of the adults are talking? Poor Pavika.
Yeah, I don't like it when a
Poor.
player's first time gaming with me, they get the shitty character. They get the
It's okay. I'm enjoying
low
it.
rung character.
I think she's making it happen though. And also keep in mind, Vanessa, you can be a lot more liberal with those drama points too. If you
Oh, I
feel
know.
like
That's what they're
I'm
there
just-
for.
I've been trying to figure out where I want to spend them as the thing. Okay. We are going to say that for this one, Katerina has has kind of reached a moment where she's kind of sick of everyone else and wandered off.
Oh no, she's the one with the key.
Exactly. And everyone else hasn't really necessarily noticed that she's missing. They're actually we made it back to the sitting room that we kind of started in, and we're kind of commiserating amongst ourselves on the trials and tribulations of the house. And while Katerina is wandering off, she reaches another dead end in the house, and let's see what the dice say happens. She hurts herself and loses a survival point. So we're going to say that she doesn't even notice the dead end and runs right into it.
Okay. I'm going to spend a drama point.
Okay.
To say that it's a window at the end of a hallway.
Okay.
And when she hits the wall, she does the thing with the cloak of crows that swirl around her. But when she notices it's a window, then she cracks the window and starts letting crows fly away from her.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That scene?
Yep, that's C.
All right. This is Jason's turn, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So this is your last scene.
I think that should be the last scene.
No, I still have one, and Jessica still has one.
The opening vignette doesn't count as a scene, so technically I was the last one to run the first round scene.
Oh, right. I'm not going to get another scene because I already did my 4 because you went at it. Yeah, that's right. I don't get another scene, but Jessica does.
Oh, right.
That's interesting how that happened.
Yeah.
So this is an interrogation, Jason. There's a lot of options here with interrogations.
Okay.
You can interrogate someone and steal a drama point from them. You can give someone a drama point and they will interrogate you. Or you can give a drama point to somebody else to interrogate somebody else.
Okay.
And in interrogations, you ask up to 5 questions and they can't say no. And if they ask you a question back, you're not required to answer it.
It's very improv-y. Yes, Andy, but you don't have to play along.
And you don't have to tell the truth either. Your answers don't have to be truthful.
We're not killing dead air very well.
I'm sorry.
You can tell none of us are in radio because we're just patiently waiting.
Right. This is. Oh, boy, there's so much stuff going on here.
We're just very polite.
I need to roll before the scene starts. I don't have to read all of the options. I only have to read the option relating to the die. Oh, well. Okay. So there's Katerina.
Am I asking or answering?
you are asking
Okay, am I asking you or someone else?
someone else.
Okay, so you lose a drama
Jim,
point, and I
Jim?
gain one.
Yes.
You're going to be playing a locked chest with a muffled voice asking for help.
Okay. Fantastic.
And she's going to be asking you questions.
Okay.
Okay, so then also set up the scene for us.
So, okay. Katerina, you have reached a moment of numbness. The time lost in the mansion is difficult to gauge. We're all starting to lose hope, taking longer and longer rests. You started searching a new corridor alone. After a few minutes, you find a chest at the end of yet another hallway that has an end. How many ends can one house have as far as hallways goes? It doesn't make sense. But before you even have a chance to touch it, you hear a muffled voice coming from the chest. It seems to want your help.
Little bit of dramatic role play here. Katerina falls, well, after the crows, because she's startled. She falls to her knees and like collapses over the chest and starts crying. And then she says, "Who am I to help you?" Still crying.
My savior, I hope. Please, please let me out.
Sorry, Jim, I didn't hear the first part of that. What'd you say?
I said my savior, I hope.
My savior. Oh. So she sits up and she says, how can you prove you're not another spirit of the house?
But I am a spirit of the house. But I'm trapped here.
Why would I ever be convinced to let another wretched spirit loose?
Wretched spirit? I'm a prisoner. Please.
So she pulls out the little brass key that she found earlier and she says, is this key your key to freedom?
Is this some sort of game? I can't see anything. What are you doing to me?
Is there we're at 4. Is there a lock on the chest?
There is.
There is. Okay. Can I spend a drama point to ask a question in secret?
What do you mean in secret?
I guess there isn't anybody else here, so that wouldn't matter. Okay. Yeah. So so she says, if I turn this key and let you out, will you kill Rorik?
I don't know who Rorik is. Yes, I will kill him.
Okay.
I twice. I will bash him with a stone.
Twice. And I'm gonna, if you don't end it there, I'm gonna spend a drama point to end it right there.
That was 5 questions.
Yeah.
Now, for the sake of the listeners at home, and just because I find it entertaining, the little secret part that I get, if I had rolled a 5 or a 6, it said after 5 questions, the voice fades. None of the characters' keys can open the chest.
Oh.
But I rolled a 7. And a 7 is as 5 to 6. But if the character has a key, it works.
Nice. I was gonna spend a drama point to end the scene, so we didn't know if it worked or not. But that's fine.
And you would have never had to spend a drama point to end the scene.
Oh, okay.
Except it wasn't her scene, so she would have.
Yeah.
Right, to
But
end it early.
She's not required to ask all 5 questions. She can ask
Oh.
up to 5 questions.
Okay.
Great. We've let it out.
Okay.
But you did
Now
ask
you
5
could spend
questions,
a
and
drama
after 5
point.
questions, the key works.
Now you could spend a drama point to declare what happens when it's let out.
Ooh. Ooh, I get to declare what happens.
Anybody could.
Anybody could.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I apologize. There is a thing that I have to do at this exact moment in time. I will be
Okay.
back in less than 5 minutes.
Okay, contemplate what you would do.
Okay.
Do either of you have any ideas about what the spirit does when it gets out?
We have one more scene, so I have no idea where this is going to go or how this is going to end.
Right.
You did
So
kind of make it promise to kill Rorik, so I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of directions this could go.
Yeah.
I kind of have an idea. That gives me an idea, actually. I mean, because it can't kill him in the middle of the game,
Right.
but it can get ready to do that. So
Like-
a scene where it explodes out and it goes looking for something to kill him with.
Or I was thinking if it starts making the house crumble, that would be a way to smash him with a stone twice.
Or if it just turns on you and decides that it's out so it can just do whatever it wants.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways this could go.
I think I will not spend a drama point. If you want to do something with it, Jim, I think I'll let you do it.
Okay. I'm down to 2 points. I have no problem spending one.
Alma suggests turning Rorik into an object in the house. A soul, and Becky adds a soul for a soul, no more, no less. So maybe it takes Rorik's place and makes Rorik into a
Voice in
of
the
the
box.
Oh, well, that wasn't what I was going to do, but let's wait till JC gets back because he may want to spend a point to oppose it.
Yeah, definitely. We will wait for Jason. I like the chat.
Yeah.
They're good at this.
I do like the chat.
But he says they're evil. I don't think you guys are evil. I think this house has been entirely too kind. Like, we've all been very like put upon, but we haven't lost much survival. Like, we're still
Sure.
okay. We haven't had to do any rest scenes. It's kind of odd.
We've turned on one another, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Over and
definitely.
over again.
And you could always say that that's the house doing that to us.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that like the evil, this is more of a psychological evil and less of a like a physical evil.
Right. And I
Except
think
for the
even
weird
trying to
creepy
use good or
person.
evil, that axis doesn't make sense in the
That's true.
context of this environment.
All
I
right.
think it's more selfish than it is evil.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm spending a drama point, Jason, and you can always spend a point to oppose this. The spirit bursts free of the chest. It spots Jessica Katarina and instantly realizes that Katarina is a fae. Grabs you by the wrists, Katarina, and
Mhm.
sucks some magical energy out of you. And then poof, there's Jason standing in front of you, but his mouth is bound and he can't move. And the spirit just drags him and throws him back into the chest, and the chest locks shut.
Oh my gosh.
I will not spend any points to stop that from happening.
There's only one more scene anyway, so it's possible that is your fate.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
All right, what do we got for this last scene here?
Let me make sure this is. Did I draw a card yet?
I'm trying to spend drama points, but I keep getting told no.
What was the one what was the card symbol that I sent to you? Was it the 6 of diamonds, Jason?
It was. I'd already closed. Why aren't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the 6 of diamonds.
Yeah, 6 of diamonds. Yeah.
Okay. So Jess, I just sent you your thing.
Right, and what type of scene is a club?
Vignette.
Okay. That's funny.
Okay.
At the end of the scene. Okay. Alrighty, so this is directly after Rorik disappears. You guys were ostensibly in the foyer, and Rorik disappears, and shortly thereafter, Pavika also disappears. So Evgeny, you're left in the foyer alone. Evgeny, you find yourself caged in a cell, like a classic 3 stone walls and bars at the front sort of cell. There's no window. There's no straw on the floor either. There's also no pot to poop in. It's just absolutely bare. So is that you just stand quietly?
Well, it's a vignette. There's nothing for me to do.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, no, that's what happens. You just stand quietly.
All right, what a great ending to the story.
And oh wait, there's a
It's not over yet.
oh man, weird. Okay, so you stand quietly. Oh, interesting. All right. So then you got caged up, and after the spirit threw Rorik in the chest, it flies away in anger, and it flies through the back wall of the cell that Pavika was chained up in, and so now the back room of the cell is open, or back wall of the cell is open. It breaks it open when it flies through. It goes with all of its angry spirit energy, makes a big mess, and now you can get through the back. You do, however, lose a survival point.
Okay.
From falling rocks.
Was it the loss of survival point, me or Evgeny?
You do.
Okay.
So you do get out.
Yay.
That's it.
All right. So now we do the finale. I believe Vanessa has the most drama points, correct?
I think so.
I
Sounds
am
like
at
3.
4.
Okay. I'm at 1.
How many did we start with?
You started with 1.
Okay, if we started with 1. Yeah.
Every time I've thought about
no way I
spending a
have
drama
4.
point, what I wanted to happen happened anyways.
But yeah,
I'm sorry,
Vanessa
Jason?
gets it.
There's no way I have 4.
Okay. All right. So every point you have is a vignette you get to tell about the finale. You can only spend 1 point on other characters per character to determine their fate. So if you have 4 points, you could spend a 1 on each character, or you could just spend them all on yourself. It doesn't matter. But none of us, I drew the card. None of us are escaping the house. So however you narrate your finale, you cannot escape the house, but you can do anything else you want.
All right, so I'm going to go. Oh wait, Vanessa gets to go first, though, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Well, I am going to say that my character with Rorik mysteriously disappeared. I am probably going to start that ending by searching for him as much as possible.
Right.
Just randomly wandering the house.
Do we have to go in a certain order?
Nope.
Okay,
Whoever wants
so
to go.
I'm gonna spend my first point to say that Pavika, like right before you start your search, you go through the wall. You thought maybe you were gonna get free from the house. You walk through the wall and you end up in I want you to end up in the larder again. That was our favorite place.
No!
So that's where you start your search from.
I don't want to be around the creepy bird thing.
Oh, that's right.
I start by going away from the meat hook. Away. Oh, Lordy.
Anybody else gonna go? Jim only has one.
Yeah, I'll go whenever.
I think I have 2. I was not necessarily keeping very good track, but I'm pretty sure I didn't gain a lot, and I spent at least 2 in that one scene. So I think I have 1 or 2.
Okay, I'm gonna spend mine actually.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend it on Katarina, who has gone a little crazy from what just happened.
Yeah.
And she swallows the key to the chest that Rorik is trapped in.
Brilliant.
And then runs into the mansion somewhere so nobody can find her.
Okay. So I want to give Evgeny a good ending. So nobody comes back to the parlor where Evgeny is. And he starts pacing and fuming, muttering, and then yelling, and then just screaming at the top of his lungs about how everything's gone wrong and how could those fools ruin this for me, and Rorik's supposed to be more capable, and then he just starts like pounding his fists against the walls, making holes and bloody knuckles the whole way, just absolutely tormented by his failure.
Absolutely, yeah.
I shall use the drama point on myself. I'm standing in the parlor with everybody else, except for Katarina. And then all of a sudden, I appear before Katarina and a glowy chest and some kind of creature. But I can't talk because my mouth is bound. And all of a sudden, I get thrown into a box and the lid slams shut. And I'm transported to a mystical realm. It's all floaty and blue. There's no floors, there's no ceilings. You're just hovering in dead space. There's no sound. There's no light. It is complete and total sensory deprivation, left alone with nothing but the sound of the sound of the memory of his voice.
Oh my gosh.
That's fantastic.
That's perfect.
Except for the blue thing. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my God. The memory of the sound of his voice. I'm stealing that. I am so stealing that.
You can have it, sir.
So for my last point, Katarina is laying just completely gone to waste, skin and bones, and her hair is torn out in patches, and she keeps manifesting her shadow crows one at a time, and they just get weaker and thinner, and like as she just keeps draining herself and letting crows loose into this room, just laying on the floor, muttering in madness. It's a very great ending. Lovely job, everybody.
Well, Vanessa has a ton of drama points left.
Oh, that's right.
I still have 2. I'd say I am going to use one of them to give my character a happy ending. Well, happy-ish given this setting.
Well, here's one of the rules of the game, right? You can spend a drama point to break the rules. So the fate that we've been handed is that you can't escape, but you can spend a drama point to
say you
break that
escaped.
rule, and then another drama point to explain how you get out and home.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm fine with her being in the house.
Okay. I was listing your options because you hadn't played before. So.
I appreciate that. I'd say I am going to use my first point to give my ending here. I'm going to say that Pavika, while she's wandering the house looking for Rorik, actually starts hearing a voice from within the house, one of the spirits, and it says something to the effect of, "You poor, pitiful creature. I know that you've just wanted affection. Come into the light." And a beacon just comes at the end of the hall, and she walks right in.
You just want a hug.
The house gave her hug.
Yep.
Nothing creepy about that.
Yeah. No, of course not.
Well, and can you imagine if she had broken the rules and the pariah went home without everybody else?
Right.
She ain't gonna live through that.
Oh, that's fantastic. And where's everybody else? You survived somehow?
You survived. Are you gonna do anything after you go into the light? You've got one
For
more.
my second drama point that I have left for the last one, I'm actually going to put just a little bit more on Katerina here as she's watching her shadow crows go out. The last one that she's able to release, it manages to actually go out the window, and that's the last thing that she sees. Manages to leave the house.
Nice.
Yay.
So that was Protocol Squared.
Yes.
It's a little bit different than a normal protocol, but
I really enjoyed it.
I did too, of course.
I do too. I like this. And I can see just based on the cards that I saw, depending on what I rolled, each one of those cards could have gone totally different ways.
Right.
And just the sheer creativity of whatever you want to do, you pick who's in the scene, you pick who's not in the scene, you pick how things play, where they go. Even if we all got the exact same cards, this could have been 20 different games.
Right. Yeah.
And I know there's cards we didn't get because I'm assuming there's a whole deck of cards.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I think after playing this, Jason, you can understand why I DM the way I DM.
I actually knew why you DM the way you DM within 5 seconds of starting. As soon as he said, "Okay, what's the name of the warlord?" Oh, this is where Jess gets it.
And Becky wants to add, a few adventurers later find a skeleton crumpled at the end of a corridor, embracing a statue of a hooded figure carrying a scythe behind them. Oh no, we've lost you, Vanessa. Oh, there we go.
I'm here.
I think she laughed silently.
Yeah.
I see.
I think anybody
I love
listening.
that. Pavika is hugging a statue of death.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, what was that, Jim?
I was going to say, I think anyone listening could use this as the backdrop for a D&D adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Right? This is the fate of the previous group, and now you've and the GM knows all this, but not the players. And now they're coming upon the remnants of what we just went through.
Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh God. One of them finds a skeleton, and in the chest cavity of the skeleton on the floor is a small brass key. And then they come across a chest and they open it, and because it's this weird portal realm, Rorik is still alive.
Oh
Only
man.
now even more insane than he was previously.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's great.
And they
And Rorik is
free him.
Rorik is one of the big bads.
Rorik is the big bad in the house now.
Oh no. I guess Eric's whole neighborhood lost power.
Oh no.
Oops. So I love these games. I absolutely love these games so much.
They're okay.
So I'm really happy that we got to play it on an AP showcase, and I really hope that everybody like gives it a little bit of a shot after hearing us go through it. I'm not sure if we've had something like this on a playthrough. Maybe we've had a praxis on a playthrough before. I'm unsure, but yeah, thanks a lot for playing. Thank you so much, Jim. We really appreciate you coming
Yes.
and
very
playing
much
with
fun.
us, and
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
we had a ton of fun.
That's all that matters.
We really appreciate you. So maybe we need
Okay,
to
knock it off. That got weird.
maybe we need to do it again, and we'll just keep taking up all of Jim's time, because who needs to keep writing awesome games, right?
I don't get to game anymore, so this
Oh,
is fine
no.
for me.
Well, shoot, maybe we need to take up all of Jim's time.
It's either that or Facebook.
I don't know what the next AP showcase is. Eric's telling me to talk about the next one. I don't know what it is. You're gonna have to tell us. Wait, I don't I? It's in the spreadsheet. The next AP showcase is available in the spreadsheet. Our next AP showcase is H2O Hydro Hackers, and it's going to be run by Phil
Vecchione.
Phil Vecchione.
Vecchione. Okay. Hey, thanks, Ken. Thank you.
Yeah.
The second voice, not unlike God's.
Oh, wait. Nope. Sorry. It says it changed. Okay. You know what? Listen, I'm doing my best, guys. I guess it's changed. I don't know. I'm doing my best.
You should say that again, that you're doing your best.
I'm doing my best.
We
You
assumed
Jim.
you were
are,
doing your
and you're
worst.
fantastic.
Jim does have to
Got
game
this.
with us more. Look, you've been adopted, Jim. You're gaming with us from now on.
Great.
I'm glad you're excited about it.
Yeah. What? Did that not sound excited?
Okay, here we go. So next AP showcase is Dresden Files.
And I think John Jones is running that.
John, is that the John that we've played with before in the Scum and Villainy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice. John's pretty cool.
John's awesome.
John's one of our local player, listener, gamer people, GMs, and he ran Scum and Villainy for us. Jim, I don't know if you've watched any of these AP showcases or not, but
Nope.
yeah, it was pretty cool. So that's exciting.
Was that the last one we did 2 weeks ago?
Yes, because the first one was the
Numenera.
Numenera. Thank you.
Yeah. We had Numenera, Scum and Villainy, and then this one. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Well, thank you guys all for coming. Thank you again,
Yep.
Jim. Sorry I thank you too much. I think that's it. Unless anybody has any questions, or I think we're good to go.
No, I'm pretty good.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
This
Thanks,
has been
guys.
episode 3 of the AP showcase for Metagamers Anonymous.
Yeah. Don't forget to check out asamtees.shop, and Jim Pinto's website is Postworld Games, or you can find him on DriveThruRPG. And yeah.
If you have anything to add to the community, please email us at feedback@prismaticsTsunami.com.
Please, I'll read your emails. Send them to me. Jim, you can write a scathing email to me and I'll read it on air, okay?
Great. Dear customer service, I had a great time at your last session, except for one player.
One player.
I won't say which one because
It
I
was
don't want to
Jim.
throw anybody under the bus.
It was Jim. Jim didn't like playing with Jim.
That control freak with the deck and the dice rolling and telling people what to do really
made-
annoyed
He
me.
made the whole thing completely unenjoyable. In
Yep.
fact, don't ever have him back again.
But I'm not
I-
naming names.
Well, I couldn't disagree more.
I couldn't
and
disagree more. So
Becky
you disagree
says-
the most you could disagree.
Right. Becky says, thanks for running it, Jim, and everyone for playing it. It was awesome, and I really want to play this now. So yes, play with me. I mean, yes, you should play this with your normal playing friends that you play with.
Your
Uh.
normal playing friends. Whether or not that's hyphenated changes the context of that statement, and I
Oh.
love it.
This is true.
Let's see, what is a normal playing friend?
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Okay.
So let's get on out of here.
Yeah.
I'm
Metagamers
Jason.
Anonymous. Oh, do we have to do that? We don't do that in the showcase. We just say bye.
You don't do that at the showcase? You
Yeah,
do it
we
on
just
all
say
the other
bye.
shows. Fine.
Yeah.
That's what I was
In
waiting
the
for.
time you spent saying that, you could have said who you
Yeah,
were.
we could have just
and
said-
signed off.
I've been Jessica.
Nobody cares now.
No one cares now. Nobody cares in the beginning either.
Stop recording right in the middle of speaking now.